are placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donna Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports and pro sports with such guests as...
Let's welcome Serena Williams.
And of course, Donna Ware's insights.
This will be one of the best matchups ever.
To listen to the show each week, visit us on the web at www.boxtorow.com. From the press box to press row, real sports talk.
Welcome back to Lewis Cruz Stadium on campus of Alabama A&M University. Our score, Alabama A&M 10, Southern University 7. It'll be a 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. And Ron, quickly, first quarter, what have you seen from Southern that they need to do a little bit better in this second quarter?
I think Southern needs to establish their offensive identity as far as, if they want to pass the ball, if they want to run the ball. They got away with a little freak play at the beginning of the game, but now they have not moved the change, establishing a ground game with some consistency as getting first downs.
Sophomore quarterback Deontay Mason, he's got 4 receivers, rush up the middle. He finds T. Green out in the flat to the 30, out to the 35, 37-yard line. So Green, he fumbled it initially, but managed to come up with it and pick up about 11 yards on that, and he was met by a pair of Jaguars.
I'd say Gary Chapman was one of the Southern Jaguars to come in and put a hat on him. I like what Alabama A&M is doing. They're letting the receivers clear out some positions, and they're getting somebody in those void areas, and Mason is doing a great job of recognition, finding an open guy.
The offensive line is doing a good job of blocking for Mason up front. This time the inside handoff will pick up about 7-8 yards on the carry, Kadarius Lacey. As the Bulldogs keep moving the ball, and their up-tempo pace is working to their advantage right now. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Ball is spotted on the 42-yard line. Mason looking to the sideline. He's got twins to his left, single back to his right. Mason drops back downfield, and just out of the hands of Rashad Johnson.
Actually, that was number 22, Levi Jackson, the defensive back in coverage on that play.
In the first quarter, Alabama A&M picking up 6 first downs in the first quarter compared to Southern's 1, accounting for 77 yards in the air and 72 on the ground. So a very balanced attack by A&M in the first quarter compared to 58 yards on the ground by Southern and just 8 in the air.
Another pro set position.
Mason looks to be a screen. There's his Green. He's got a couple of blockers. 45 near midfield. And he's hit at about the 47-yard line.
That was number 23 coming in. Making a nice hit.
Marlon Smith on that hit along with John White. And unfortunately, though, for Southern, it's another first down for the Bulldogs. As more substitutions for the Jaguars. And right now, the Jaguars need to somehow find they need to get some pressure on Mason. But Mason's doing a great job. Give his line some credit, too. They're getting rid of the ball quickly. Handoff to his right, Lacey. And that's going to be a tackle for losses. He's met by 3 Jaguars on that play. First on the hop was Delvin Williams, followed up by Demetric Rogers on that. And also appeared to be Levi Jackson on that. Check that. That was number 23 for Southern, Marlon Smith.
We called his name. He's out of Miami, Florida.
2nd and 11. Ball on the 46.
Look, when they go slot both sides of the field with a one-back set, this is when our quarterback Mason is doing his best job of finding the open guy.
Finds Lacey out of the backfield. Ball in the Jaguar territory at about the 48-yard line. A pickup of maybe about 4 or 5 yards, actually, So now to bring up third and looks to be about 6 or 7 yards.
Yes. That was Gary Chapman making the tackle at the bottom of the screen. Mason's doing a great job of, like I say, finding an open guy. So this is really kudos to that front offensive line because he's not being pressured or hurried at all, and he's making his pass attempts.
Now they're going empty back set. 5 receivers on the field. Mason in the shotgun. Here comes the Jaguar pressure, the blitz. Quick pass up the middle. And great play. Isaac Bivens catches it at about the 39-yard. He's going to be down at the 39-yard line, but there's a holding on the offensive line, and there's the first penalty really against the Bulldog offensive line. And that time the Jaguars brought the pressure, and offensive line trying to keep the Jaguars off of Mason, and that time they're going to pick up a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, if that receiver didn't lose his footing, I think he would have been taking that one to the house as well.
So now it'll be 3rd and 16. Ball moved all the way back to the Bulldog 41-yard line.
Actually, the Bulldogs saw something on that last drive, on that last play. Hey, you have trips to the wide side, slot to the bottom of the field. The pressure's going to be on Coach Mike Jones and that Southern Jaguar defensive coaches to figure out what they want to do.
Let's see if they bring more pressure here.
They're lining up like they want to play man.
Here they come again. Jaguars up the middle. Mason looking, going deep. Oh, incomplete. His intended target that time was Isaac Bivens, and the Jaguars get Mason and that offensive unit off the field.
That was Marlon Smith defending again on that play.
And back to receive for Southern, number 80, Richard Wilson. And punting for the first time in this ball game for A&M, number 9, Chance Wilson. Richard Wilson standing on his 15-yard line.
Nice.
He's going to take a few yards back. He'll have it at the 10. Picks up a couple of blocks. And he's going to be met at about the 19-yard line.
That was Vernon Marshall out of Birmingham making the stop. I mean, actually, you do pretty good if your punter just comes in for the first time in the second quarter. You know, that has a lot to say about your offense, that they're doing some positive things. Like you say, this is the first game of conference play for both of these teams.
10:54 remaining in the first half. Jeremiah McGinty under center. And incomplete pass there. His intended target was number 13, Curry Allen. And, you know, on that pass, that
was bad timing on both. He was throwing a quick hitch. The receiver was running pretty much, he was still running his route. So they're going to have to try to iron that out at halftime at this point.
A little miscommunication there back in the huddle. And, you know, it's interesting to see Southern now almost really forced to sort of change their game plan, but have to, you know, you started this ball game with Holloman. Now you're at McGinty, and here comes the pressure. McGinty rolling to his left. He's looking downfield. He has a man, and that's number 13, Curry Allen, but we've got a flag down.
Yeah, it was a definite hold, that right tackle. Holloman, as he was rolling out, you know, the offensive lineman didn't know whether he was going to stay in the pocket or didn't know he was rolling out, so it was a definite hold.
The right tackle, number 78, Lee Almanza from out of Houston, Texas, the junior, on that, and that'll put the ball.
Kind of hate to call their name only on a holding call.
Well, you notice the officials call their number. It used to be a time when the officials would just say it was the offense, but I guess nowadays if they're giving credit for scores, they're going to give you credit when you make a mistake. So now it'll be 2nd down and 20. Ball spotted on the 9-yard line for the Jaguars. Hey, Jeremiah McGinty under center.
Now Southern comes out with the one-back set. They're going to try to find something quick.
He pauses. And I'm not quite sure if he just tried to size up the hole or what, but right there to meet him was Marcus Poe, and whatever little fake that was by Holloman, Poe was not fooled at all, and that'll be a loss of about, they'll mark that off only as a loss of about 2 or 3 yards, but now it's 3rd and
Southern tried to spread the Alabama defense out a little bit and tried to get him with a quick punch up the middle, but I think the running back, he kind of knew he was doomed on that. He ran into the eyes of a bear, so that's why he kind of paused. He didn't know which way to go at that point.
3rd and 22 for the Jaguars. Need to get out to about the 30-yard line. Tight end in motion. Allen in the flat, and just trying to give their punter a little bit of room. They'll get out to about the 14-yard line, and the punting unit will come on. So the Jaguars, another drive that does not produce a lot of yardage.
Yeah, they're going to have to find something because right now they're consistently going backwards instead of at least gaining a couple of positive yards, even putting themselves in a punting situation.
It seems like it's been one penalty in each drive that's cost them a little bit of momentum.
Yeah,
so here's Josh
in this game. It's only a 3-point game at this point.
Josh Duran back to punt. Tony Green standing there midfield. A beautiful punt by Duran. Backs him up about 10 yards. Tony Green at about the 30, 34. Out to the 40. He stops. And there was a vicious block on that by number 53, Lewis Graham. But they're gonna spot that ball. It appears to be at the 38-yard line.
That was Levi Jackson out of Baton Rouge making the stop, pushing him out of bounds.
We have 8:53 remaining in the half. Our score, Alabama A&M 10, Southern 7.
So far, I've been real impressed with Mason's play at this point. But they're going to have to convert some of this positive play into some points.
2 receivers to his right, offset eye. Lacey's the single back. Hand off to Lacey. He cuts to his left, the 40. Takes on 2 Southern Jaguars. Gets to about the 44-yard line. First on the hit was number 21, Pierre Warford, but it took number 1, Demetric Rogers, to really bring him down.
We've been calling Rogers' name a lot tonight, so, that's not a good thing anytime your secondary is making the majority of your tackles. Actually, the defensive end kind of got too far upfield on that play, and the running back was able to cut back inside of him. He's going to have to collapse down, go lateral down the line so he can cut those type plays off.
2nd and 2. Mason under center. Lacey's the single back. Out to Johnson in the flat. And there's going to be a nice tackle for loss there by number 36 for Southern University, Demetrius Cook. Demetrius Cook, sophomore from out of Spring Hill, Louisiana.
Hey, that was a great read by him coming up, squaring up at the line, shuffling his feet, stopping the receiver.
So here we are, 3rd and 3, though. Ball spotted on the 45-yard line. 7:35 remaining in the half. Mason with twins to his left. Tight end and receiver to his right. The single back is Lacey, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Alabama A&M. 7:18 remaining in the second quarter. Our score, Alabama A&M 10, Southern 7. You're watching the Black College Sports Network on SWAC TV.
Since 1920, we are the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the collegiate home of Hall of Famers like Jerry Rice, Walter Payton, Willis Reed, and Lou Brock. The tradition and pageantry of college athletics combined with a world-class education. 10 globally focused institutions offering 18 NCAA Division I sports. We are the Southwestern Athletic Conference. With a vision to the future, we honor the heritage.
7:18 remaining in the half. 3rd and 3. Ball on the 45-yard line by the Bulldogs. Mason in the shotgun. There's the inside handoff to Lacey. He's got a hole. Picks up a nice first down. Gets into Jaguar territory. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Move the chains for the Bulldogs. So on the draw play, the Bulldogs pick up another first down.
And you can look at that play. They were already kind of encroaching the line, with the blitz, inside blitz, and he still was able to shimmy through and pick up the first down.
Great blocking by the Bulldog offensive line because it looked like there were about 7 Jaguars.
Oh, they stacked the box well on that, and they did a good job of picking up everybody coming up in the rush.
There's the inside handoff again. Lacey's got room, and the big back picks up about 10. Let's see what they give him. 11 yards. They'll give him about just past 10 yards on that run to about the 39-yard line. And Kadarius Lacey, 6 foot 218 from Calera, Alabama, the sophomore, is pounding and hitting the holes hard for the Bulldogs.
That was Andre Coleman. Pretty much, I'd just say tripping him up. Because that back is running hard. He's coming through, keeping his shoulders low. The offensive line is really taking over control. We'll see what they can do on this drive.
A nice 1-2 punch between Green and Lace for the Bulldogs. We haven't seen Green on this drive. Mason drops back, and he hits his target. That time it was number 87, Quentin Carlock, a pickup of about 5 yards. So a nice safe pass. Had he got that ball up a little bit higher for Carlock,
he had a couple more yak yards.
He might have been able to do something after it. Still a safe play, and the play calling has been positive. It's been safe, but it's been effective. They're going to say it's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 35-yard line. Mason looking over to Coach Jones, calling the signal out. Guys looking to their plays. Twins left. Cheat sheet. There's Mason. And his intended target almost intercepted. His intended target was Rashad Johnson, but it was almost intercepted by Gary Chapman. And
my man Chapman got away with kind of looked like he was giving him a little prom hug on that one. But actually, it was a great play by Chapman.
3rd and 6. Ball is spotted on the 35-yard line. They need to get past the 29. 3 receivers. The single back is still Lacey. In motion is the tight end. Drop the pass. Mason looking. There's a screen for Lacey. He's got a couple of blockers. It's going to come up about 2 or 3 yards short.
Great play by Andre Coleman again, stopping a big play that had potential.
So ball is now on the 32-yard line. Let's see what Coach Jones elects to do. Looks like they're gonna go for it here. They're gonna go for it. This is not bad territory. It's 4th and 3. 4th and 3. 5 receivers.
The crowd is up. They want to see this.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Mason keep this and run.
Yeah.
But there may be single coverage, so he may find a hot read here. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout and just make sure, Coach, is this what you really want me to do? So we're going to take a timeout with 4:26 remaining. Our score, Alabama A&M 10, Southern 7. You're watching the Black College Sports Network on SWAC TV.
Since 1920, we are the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the collegiate home of Hall of Famers like Jerry Rice, Walter Payton, Willis Reed, and Lou Brock. The tradition and pageantry of college athletics combined with a world-class education. 10 globally focused institutions offering 18 NCAA Division I sports. We are the Southwestern Athletic Conference. With a vision to the future, we honor the heritage.
From the press box to press row, the premier sports talk show placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donna Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports and pro sports with such guests as...
Let's welcome Serena Williams.
And of course, Donna Ware's insights.
This will be one of the best matchups ever.
To listen to the show each week, visit us on the web at www.boxtorow.com.
So 4th and 3 for the Bulldogs. Deontay Mason in the backfield by himself. He's got 5 receivers. He looks to pass over the middle in the slot. He's got a man. 15-10 touchdown. Bulldogs. Number 1, Gialonzo Milton. And the quick read, a great route by Milton, a little crossing pattern there, leads to 6 points for the Bulldogs.
Hey, Mason's playing like he's been a 5-year senior at this. I mean, he is picking them apart.
He's finding the quick read. I mean, and you know, Ron, it looked like the pressure was on, but it looked like he had an extra second to find the open receiver.
Like you said, that offensive front is playing great for Alabama A&M.
On to kick the extra point. It's good. Chance Wilson adds another one, and with 4:19 remaining in the half, Alabama A&M 17, Southern 7. You're watching the Black College Sports Network on SWAC TV.
From the press box to press row, the premier sports talk show placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donna Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports and pro sports with such guests as...
Let's welcome Serena Williams.
And of course, Donna Ware's insights.
This will be one of the best matchups ever.
To listen to the show each week, visit us on the web at www.boxtorow.com. From the press box to press row, real sports talk.
.419 remaining in the half. Alabama A&M with a 17-7 lead over Southern after going for a 4th and 3. Going for it on 4th and 3, it yields 6 points on the pass from Deontay Mason to Gialonzo Milton. And now Southern will look to. Southern needs a positive play. They need a nice drive, a quick drive. But 3 points, 6 points, it doesn't matter. Southern needs something positive. Back to receive. And that ball will be fielded at about the 19-yard line and out to the 31, 32-yard line, Richard Wilson. It almost looked as that one would have gone out of bounds, but it kind of fell dead. And
yeah,
so
it was pretty much like a knife golf shot. You know, a little flop shot. Actually stayed in. He was able to pick it up. And I think they needed that, you know, to get some positive yards to start, you know, closer to midfield because their backs have been against the wall. Alabama A&M has just been peeling back and pushing them back. So let's see if Coach Stump Mitchell, you know, offensive force at this point can at least get up a first down and get a little positive reinforcement going.
McGinty, and he's pressured, and there's a sack. And there was just a line breakdown. His number 55, Larry Lumpkin. I mean, McGinty took 2 steps, and Lumpkin was right there.
That was all-out jailbreak.
And, oh, man, and you know, Coach Jones talked about whose offensive line could yield and protect
the quarterback.
To protect the quarterback. And right now, it seems to be Alabama A&M's front on both sides of the ball seems to be controlling this ball game. So now it's 2nd and 18. Ball on the 26. McGinty under center. Twins to his right. The single back is Holloman. There's another break, and that's the same gap. This time there's a flag. That's the same gap, Ron, that he came through. And this time it was number 49, Afu Okason.
Yeah, Afu Okason. Actually, they're blitzing that A gap. And it's between that guard and the center. They're going to have to come up and try to wall that off because they're going to have to work out at halftime, closing their splits down to try to prevent this.
They call a face mask, so 15 yards, and, you know, it brings the ball out to the 40. So had it not been for the face mask, they would have backed them up even further. But at this point, now we're looking at that front line. And let's see whether Coach Mitchell puts McGinty back in a shotgun, because the last two possessions has been a jailbreak. And they haven't been blitzing, if I'm not mistaken, Ron. They haven't been blitzing. It's just been a jailbreak up front.
I mean, really, they're just peeling their ears back, and they're just coming with a lot of pressure.
Now McGinty's in the shotgun.
Look, they're stacking
more
the box.
pressure. He finds his target and complete to about midfield for Southern, number 83, Burnett King.
And that was Chris Foss making a stop for the Bulldogs.
Very important. If Southern can, with 2:40 remaining in the half, Southern needs a good drive. Most importantly, they need to avoid killing themselves. They were fortunate enough that so far it's been a A&M turnover or penalty, which has pushed them this far towards midfield. McGinty, there's the handoff to Holloman, and he stacked up in on that play.
I mean, you got Manuel Cato. Well, that's from Southern. Well, actually, number 50.
Looked to be number 55, Larry Lumpkin, on that play. And also number 90, Frank Kearse, who were the first two to stand up Holloman. And it'll be 3rd and 2 at about almost midfield, somewhere about halfway between the 49 and 50. He needs to get past the Bulldog 49-yard line. Backs in an eye, McGinty under center, twins to his right. And there's an offsides. There's an offsides by the Bulldogs. A little too eager on that play.
Oh, they were coming. Southern needed that just for a moral victory. I mean, because they've been going backward pretty much this whole first half.
So that time, Frank Kearse a little too eager to get to the quarterback as he jumps offsides. Actually, it was 2 Bulldogs, but he's the one that's given credit. And so it'll push the ball into Bulldog territory at the 46-yard line. 1:41 remaining in the half. McGinty under center. Single to his right. Holloman's the lone back. Twins to his left. He drops back. He looks. He steps up. He's on the go. To the 45. Asks for a blocker. Going to the sideline, 40. Smart play by McGinty. Gets out at about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, with the minute 23, he did a good job of kind of spot up, get out of bounds, stop the clock. Because if they can get 3 points on this drive, that'll be great going into the halftime.
It'll be a positive way. A&M will get the ball to start the second half, so it's real important that Southern put some points on the board. Backs in an eye again. Single receiver to his left and right. McGinty's under center. Drops back, looks, goes deep, up top, and nearly intercepted, but it almost could have easily been caught. And on that play, intended was Richard Wilson, but Corey Morrison for A&M was the first to get it, and really he deflected it, and Richard Wilson almost had an opportunity where if he could have possibly grabbed that ball out of the air, and he would have had 6 points because there was no one behind.
Morrison just kind of timed this jump just a tad bit too early. He's out of Montgomery.
So here we go. 3rd down and 2. Twins to his left. Backs in an eye. McGinty rolling. He's going to keep. He's asking for a couple blockers, and I don't think he's going to get that first down. Nope, he needed to get close to the 35-yard line. He actually lost maybe a yard or two. And it'll be 4th down. And looks like we're going to have a timeout, as I think with 58, 50 set. Well, let's see where they set the clock. They have it at Okerson again.
Coming up, he's been playing a heck of a game from his linebacker position also.
56 seconds remaining in this half. And so at this point, we're going to say 4th and 3. It looks like Southern's going to go for it. They're going to make a decision as to the play. What do you do at this point in the situation, Ron, with what has worked and how this game has gone? If you're Coach Mitchell, what are you drawing up?
Well, right now, in pregame, I don't think their kicker could actually kick a field goal at this point. I would probably spread them out with no backs and see if I can catch somebody on a quick slant route, you know, have a couple of do go routes and have some guys coming across the middle, because Alabama A&M at this point, they're going to stack the deck and they're going to come at them. So they're going to have to catch somebody in an open spot, see if they can just find the crease. Maybe the quarterback can even scramble, you know, if he can pick up a good block.
If you're A&M, your strategy here, are you looking to pressure the quarterback,
we just want
not give up the 6?
Just keep them in front of us. We don't want them to score. We don't want them to score at all.
Okay, here we go. 56 seconds remaining. It's 4th and 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so much worried about the first down. I just want to go ahead and stop them.
McGinty's under center. He's under center. And another timeout, and I looked over to the sideline, and it appeared to be a little confusion there. We're going to actually go to a break now. 56 seconds remaining. Our score, Alabama A&M 17, Southern 7. You're watching the Black College Sports Network on SWAC TV.
From the press box to press row, the premier sports talk show placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donald Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports and pro sports with such guests as...
Let's welcome Serena Williams.
And of course, Donald Ware's insights.
This will be one of the best matchups ever.
To listen to the show each week, visit us on the web at www.boxtorow.com. From the press box to press row, real sports talk.
.56 seconds remaining in the half. Southern University with a 4th and 3 on the Bulldog 39-yard line, looking for a positive play, a first down to keep this drive alive. McGinty under center, drops back. There's a jailbreak. He's looking for somebody and throws incomplete. Nobody in the area. Then the Bulldogs are going to take over possession at the 39-yard line. And, you know, for Southern, that's got to be heartbreaking. Coming out of 2 consecutive timeouts, and then the official, for extra measure, decides to give a grounding flag. There's a flag on the field. It'll be grounding because
there was no receiver.
There was no receiver anywhere. And I don't think the ball got to the original line of scrimmage either.
No, it did.
So Alabama A&M will have 50 seconds, and the way and the pace that the Bulldogs have been moving, don't be surprised if they look to really attack and see if they can put 3, hopefully for them, 6 points on the board. For Southern needs a big play. Right now, a stop would be a big momentum shift for them if they can keep any points off the board right now. So the ball will be spotted on the Southern 37-yard line. And we have seen we've seen the Deontay Mason that Coach Jones
in attack mode. This is still attack mode for Mason at this point right now.
Here we go, 1st and 10.
They're coming with no back.
5 receivers.
Backfield.
Mason by himself. He pumps. He looks. And his man, Alonzo Milton, down at about the 11-yard line. Great pass. Great catch.
That's Virgil Williams making the stop or defending on that play.
43 seconds left. Let's see if they spike or they just go right back to it. Mason, he's going to go again. Quick play over the middle. The slot receiver was intended, number 87, Quentin Carlock. I'm surprised that Coach Jones didn't decide to maybe spike the ball and get things set.
Well, if you really look at it, with this much time,
34 seconds.
Yeah, they're lining up and they're running quick routes. I mean, this is not like he's going to scramble. He's just taking 1 or 2 steps. He's throwing the ball. So actually you can play within yourself because this is pretty much the rhythm and tempo they've been playing all night.
5 receivers set. Mason in the shotgun by himself. He's looking, rolling to his right, looking, going towards the corner of the end zone. Caught but out of bounds is number 87, Carlock. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 11.
I think that was the first bit of pressure we've actually seen on Mason where he actually, was forced out of the pocket.
27 seconds left in the half. 3rd and 10 Ball on the Southern 11-yard line, or just outside of the 11-yard line.
Now they just want to get a quick play, regardless of the play that they're going to run. They want to try to set up. Actually, they want to try to score on this play because they definitely have a 3 already in lock.
Backs in an eye. There's Tony Green. Play action. Mason looks. He avoids the pressure. Gets rid of it towards the back of the end zone. And what a great heads-up play by number 25, Rashad Johnson. I don't think he had a play, but he turned from a receiver into a DB on that play.
Hey, that was great. That was a smart heads-up play by a receiver, knowing, if you give up the interception, you're going to give up points on the board. So actually he puts himself in a position where they can end this half on a high note with another drive putting points on the board.
This attempt will be from about 29 yards for Chance Wilson. 20 seconds remaining. The hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So, a quick drive, 3 points on the board, 15 seconds remaining in the half. Our score, Alabama A&M 20, Southern University 7. You're watching the Black College Sports Network on SWAC TV.
Since 1920, we are the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the collegiate home of Hall of Famers like Jerry Rice, Walter Payton, Willis Reed, and Lou Brock. The tradition and pageantry of college athletics combined with a world-class education. 10 globally focused institutions offering 18 NCAA Division I sports. We are the Southwestern Athletic Conference. With a vision to the future, we honor the heritage.
15 seconds remaining in the first half of action. Live from Louis Cruz Stadium on the campus of Alabama A&M University. The Bulldogs with a 20-7 lead over the Southern University Jaguars, standing on their 20-yard line. Richard Wilson. And there's a low received at the 19 with some room out to about the 40-yard line. There looked to be a fumble.
Man, he fumbled the ball.
And it'll remain Jaguar ball. That ball carrier, number 33, Sylvester Nzikwe. And that could have, there's 3 seconds left.
I think Coach Mitchell, they need to come out, put a pillow underneath, and just lay down on it and try to just make it into the halftime.
So it's been a first half that outside of the opening play of the ball game, and that was the first 18 seconds, this first half has been completely dominated by Alabama A&M up front, and just by some great quarterback play by sophomore Deontay Mason. For Southern University, started with quarterback Gary Holloman, and then came in late in the first quarter with their original starter, Jeremiah McGinty, but they just haven't got anything going. McGinty's under center. Let's see if he just takes the knee. And there's offsides, so this play's not over yet. If it's offsides on Alabama A&M, there will be one more play. If they call it on Southern, I believe that will be the end of the first half. It is offsides on the Bulldogs, so that means there is one more play. Little things that you'll look at in film on Sunday and Monday. You'll talk to guys about composure and why would you jump off sides in that particular situation.
Yeah, you win conference championships down by down. So that's definitely, when you look at, that's a mental error.
Maybe McGinty is going for it. He moves back in a shotgun. He is. He's going to go for it. He's going to look to throw, scramble around, throwing deep.
But it won't have enough juice on
floater. And, I'm not sure. There are no flags, even though there was a Bulldog hanging over the intended target of Charles Hawkins. But after one half, the Bulldogs of Alabama A&M leading the Southern University Jaguars 20-7, going to halftime, And you know what that means? The halftime show coming up by the Marching Maroon and White coming up. You're watching the Black College Sports Network on SWAC TV.